So last time we were together, we did the Vibhaga Pranayama, which was, while I talk I just put this, which was the complete yogic breath, and we started with the lower lungs, yes, the lower lobes, just use the ribs as our benchmark, which is Adam Pranayama. We did the mid-chest, okay, Madhyam Pranayama, and we did the upper, the clavicular breath, Adhyam Pranayama. So we used the Sparsha Mudra. We used the hands in this way to get in touch with where those lobes are, because it's not something we're used to doing in our culture in the West. We may not even know exactly where our lungs end. I didn't. So in the front we're looking for the ribs here, which are, you know, the floating ribs. We're looking at the side, and we were looking at the back, and we spent some time doing the three parts, the lower, the mid, and the upper. And it's very interesting work, and I had a couple of messages from a few of you who said that it was challenging, but you enjoyed the work. So the Mahat Pranayama, the one we're going to look at today, brings all of those three sections into one complete yogic breath. So we breathe in lower, mid, upper on one cycle of inhalation, and we breathe out lower, mid, and upper. Now the reason why we don't reverse it from lower, mid, upper to upper, mid, lower for exhalation is because we are working to support the diaphragm, the diaphragmatic muscle, which is so obviously essential in breathing. We want to support that and increase its strength. So the diaphragm drops down as we breathe in, okay? And it comes back up as we breathe out. So we breathe in lower, mid, upper, and as the diaphragm is coming back up, we're coming back up with it. Lower, mid, upper. And that's the reason. So we are all going to breathe whether we do this practice or not, unless one day we stop breathing. But our survival, sympathetic nervous system breathing comes from the brain stem, our place of survival, our place of me, whereas the slow, mindful, conscious breath that we're learning today, and we've done a few sessions already, is about your consciousness, your decision making, your discernment, your choice. You know, and Dr. Ananda says choice is our human superpower, which, you know, it is. We can blame everyone for everything, but generally we have to make our own choices in life. So this is about being conscious of the breath. And if anything is going to change your life, your well-being, your health, your attitude, everything, it's the breath, when we change the breath. So today I'm going to remind us with the Sparsha Mudra, the palms, and they are sort of closed fingers, they're not open fingers, okay, so that we get a sense, a connection from our body to our brain, that this is where we want to breathe. We're going to just do 3 rounds of lower, mid, and upper, okay, so lower, mid, and upper. We're going to just do 3 rounds, just in the front. So when we breathe in, we try and breathe using the front, side, and back. Okay, we don't just breathe in the front body, we breathe in the front, side, and back. The same when we go to mid, front, side, and back. Same when we come to upper, front, side, and back. That never changes. That's the inhalation. Now when we exhale, it comes back, side, and front. It just reverses. It sounds like a lot of information. When we start doing it, it will click. So I don't want to overwhelm you with words. Let's try it. So sitting up nice and tall. If you're on your chair, make sure you're on your sit bones. Your spine is erect, your feet are under your knees, and you have an open chest. Plenty of room for the lungs, plenty of room for the ribs. Close your eyes and place your hands on the lower ribs. And the fingers need to be closed but not tension. Shoulders up and back. Just take a moment with your eyes closed. Just the lower lungs we're focusing on. Breathe out together. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out. Back. Side. Front. Breathe in. Front. Side. Back. Out. Back. Side. Front. Breathe in. Breathe out. Place the hands on the legs and just notice. And don't worry if you don't get a sense or a connection immediately. That's unlikely to happen. It takes time, it takes practice. You're not used to it. Okay? So mid-breath. So that was Adhan Pranayama. Okay? The lower lobes of the lungs. So we move up to Madhyam Pranayama. Now you can either place one hand sort of in where, the center here, and one hand on the belly. That's where you can place it to get a sense of the mid-chest, or if you like, you can just place it on your chest. But don't close the elbows in too much like this. Soften, make sure there's plenty of space. You don't have to hold them rigid out, but a little bit out is good. Make some room for the breath. Close your eyes. Breathe out. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, front, side, back, out, back, side, front. Breathe in. Expand, breathe out. Release. Madhyam Pranayama. Come back to your nice sitting position. Soften your shoulders, soften your face. And open your eyes and come into the space. Now when we practiced this in the last lesson, obviously we took time, it was new, and we placed the hands front, side, as well as back, to get that sense of where the lungs were moving in all domains of the lung body, if you like, rib body, okay? But there's no time today, I need to go on to the Mahat, so I'm using just the front as a reminder. But if you want to practice, revisit the previous video and do the whole front, side and back practice, okay? So for the clavicular breathing, I'm going to actually put my, you can either put your hand here, yeah, you can put your hand here if you like to, okay? Just under the clavicle bone, okay? So it's not in the heart space, it's just under here, so it's slightly further up. Make sure you have plenty of room under your armpits, and the other hand is not up and closed, it's placed down. Okay. Close your eyes again. Breathe out together. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, front, side, back, out, back, side, front. Breathe in. Notice where you feel the breath. Breathe out. Drop your hands. Soften through the shoulders. Really extend the spine so you're nice and tall through the crown, but the front body is soft and open. You can blink your eyes open and come into the room. So that's a reminder of where we are. Okay? Low, mid, upper. 3 different departments of the lungs that we want to access and breathe into. And in future classes I will show how you can actually manage to breathe into individual lobes. It's a beautiful practice, but we're taking it one day at a time, one step at a time, not rushing into anything. So please take a sip of water. If you've been sitting on your heels and you need to release the legs before we come into the Mahat Pranayama, then do so. I tend to come forward, just kick my legs out a little bit, let the blood come back into my feet, into my legs, which feels really nice. And I sit back down. So this time we are using mudras, hasta mudras. Hasta is hand, mudra is a gesture or a seal. It helps our brain know where we want to breathe. These mudras have a direct impact on where we want to breathe in the body. Okay? It's a methodology of sealing energy and creating that connection, that neural pathway. Okay, so it's absolutely wonderful. So the first one for the lower lobes, the Adam Pranayama, is a mudra called Chin Mudra. Chin Mudra, okay? So you want to, you've probably all seen it, you want to bring your thumb and your forefinger together, and the other fingers are together like this, okay? So the fingers are together, they're not splayed apart, and the thumb and the forefinger are only touching gently, they're not squeezing. You don't want to create any tension in your shoulder, any tension in your body, or in your hands, okay? And you're bringing them down onto your lap. So the little circles are kind of facing towards my tummy. My fingers are just on my lap. Now, some of you may have, they may not touch, and that's fine. That's fine. Shoulders are down and back. Spine is straight. Face is nice and soft. This is an enjoyable practice. It's just a lot to learn at the beginning, but it will come with practice. I'm still practicing. Okay, we all evolve and learn. Okay, so close your eyes. After your next natural inhalation, breathe out. We're doing 6 rounds of 6-6. Lower, low breathing. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in. Breathe out. Notice where the breath is, front, side and back. Breathe in. Breathe out. In. Out. In. Out. Last round in. Last round out. Okay, if you feel you need to, come forward, or you can come onto your side. And stretch out the legs. Just take whatever rest you need in between, particularly if you're not used to it, you're learning something new. Let the energy settle, let the blood flow back into the legs. And resume your position. Take a sip of water if you need to. And we're coming on to the mid-chest breath, the Mahat Pranayama. And obviously, you know, with these practices, sometimes they can feel as though they're exerting us, you know, so you need to take a mindful approach. Don't overstretch the lungs. If the 6 count is too much for you, back off to a 4 count or even a 2 count. It just depends on where you're starting, where you're coming from, what issues you are having to deal with, and we have to accept those. So there's no point in trying to go too far, too soon. The next mudra, again, with the chin mudra, we had the little finger and the forefinger. We need that to happen again, but the 3 fingers that were kept straight now curl in. And if you've got long nails, make sure you don't squeeze them in too tightly. They need to be connected, but they don't need to be gripped. We have a habit of gripping things, particularly when we're learning something or we're not in our comfort zone. So just try and be gentle with it. They are still coming towards the, well, mine is just below my belly there, and my knuckles are facing in. Now, don't worry if all the knuckles don't touch each other. That's not likely to happen with everybody, okay? You know, you'd have to go like that, so don't do that. I just need to point in. And take a moment, soften the shoulders, soften the face, broaden the collarbones, energy lifting up, robust base, soft elbows, plenty of space. Close your eyes. After your next in cycle, breathe out together. Mid-chest, breathing in through the nostrils, breathe in. And out. I will count this time. I omitted. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Into the mid-chest. Out. Back, side, front. Breathe in. And out. Try not to tense, try and be relaxed. Breathe in. And out. Last round in. Last round out. Try not to collapse, just allow it to release. Belly comes back slightly, gradual contraction. Empty all the air out. Release your chin, Maya Mudra. Maybe you need to wiggle your fingers a little bit or rotate the wrists. Do whatever you need to do. Just sit quietly with your eyes closed for a moment. Noticing maybe where you felt the breath, where it's still, the coolness may still linger. The spaciousness might be apparent, maybe not. Depends where you are in your practice. You can come forward for a moment to release the legs if you like to. Bounce them out if that's what you need to do. and come back up. This time the mudra is using the thumb on both hands, and we're sort of trying to take the thumb over to where the little pad is at the bottom of the little finger, but if that doesn't happen, you go as close as you can, okay? And then we wrap the fingers around, and this is Adi Mudra, okay? And this is for our upper breath, okay? So we bring them down onto the thighs again, and the knuckles are pointing towards each other. Don't worry if they don't meet. This means that there's plenty of room under the armpits, but the elbows are soft, the hands are not gripped. Don't grip them like you're making a fist. Soft shoulders, long neck, long spine. Crown of the head reaching upward, sit bones or knees pressing down. Close your eyes. After the inhalation, breathe out together. Upper chest around the clavicle. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In. Out. Breathe in front, side and back. Try and get a sense of it in the back. Breathe out, back, side and front. Breathe in. Breathe out. In. Out. Try not to lift the shoulders. It's not about lifting the shoulders. Breathe in to the upper chest. Breathe out. In. Out. Last round in. And last round out. Release your hands. Maybe you need to rotate the digits, the fingers, take any stress away, shake them out, or just draw them in and out. Just sit quietly for a moment. Release the legs if you need to, or if you're sitting and you've been sitting a long time, stand up, shake the legs out. Don't hold tension in any part of the body. You need to release the tension and build up your resilience and your stamina, because it does take stamina to sit like this. It does take resilience. It does take practice. We don't sit on the floor in the West, so it's not something that comes naturally to us. It takes practice. And maybe we don't even get to Vajrasana. Doesn't mean you can't practice pranayama. Of course it's nice to make an effort. Of course it's nice to see what we can do and not just say, no, I can't do it. But if you know that there are limitations that prevent you from coming onto the floor, but you would like to have the therapeutic benefits, overwhelmingly therapeutic benefits of pranayama, sit up on your chair, and you can even practice in bed. I will actually do the 3-part breath lying down. I didn't do it last time when we did the Vibhaga Pranayama. I showed you sitting up, but I didn't show you how you could do it lying down. So I will make a video about that. So the full breath, the Mahat Pranayama, the one that brings the Adam, the Madhyam, the Adhyam together. And because we're looking at 6 coming in and 6 coming out, we're going to think of 2 counts, 2 counts, 2 counts going in, and 2, 2, 2 coming out. You may not get all of the elements the first time. That's fine. It's learning. You know, when we're learning, we know what we don't know. You know that feeling? Oh, I know I don't know it, but I don't know what it is. That's completely normal. So much I don't know. The more I learn, the more I don't know. So we're doing the Brahma mudra. You know, with a beautiful, you know the mudra of the divinity. A beautiful, mudra. So let's put the thumb to the little finger again and curl the fingers around. But this time, instead of coming onto the thighs, we are flipping the little circles, I would say about 2 or 3 inches above the belly button, depending on your body. Maybe around just where the solar plexus is, not too high, not too low. But it needs to be a mudra. It's not, oh, I'm down here, okay? And I'm so relaxed, the mudra's gone haywire. Or up here, oh, and I'm so tense, I don't know what the hell I'm doing this practice. No, around about here. Elbows open, shoulders soft, and close your eyes. So a gentle reminder to you, this is the 3 lobes coming together. So we start low, then we go to mid, then we go to upper on our inhale. Our exhale is low, mid, upper. About 2 counts for each one. Okay, breathing in here, natural breath, breathe out. You start now. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Watch you don't grip the mudra. In, out, in lower, mid, upper, out, lower, mid, upper, in, out. You do 3 more rounds. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fill up. Breathe in. Lower, mid, upper. Breathe out. Last round. Breathe in. And out. Release your mudra. Place your hands onto your thighs. And just feel and experience, just notice and witness. Are you more aware of the breath? Are you frustrated that you're not more aware of the breath? Is there a lobe that feels stronger, that feels fuller? Or maybe you haven't noticed anything, you're just starting your journey and taking step 1. Bring the hands together at the heart. And breathe in. Just let's open out. Looking up to the universe, up to our higher power, up to our divine. Drawing that energy in and all the way through to the heart. We'll do that twice more. Breathing in. open up. You can look up, draw the hands to Anjali Mudra, bringing it back through crown, third eye, throat and heart, center of your being. Last time, breathing in. Up you come, stretch, hands together, all the way through. And you can bow your head in honor of the practice, in honor of what we are so privileged to share. And be grateful for where you are in your practice. No need to rush. Everything can come in a gentle way, unfolding layer by layer, step by step. And thank you for practicing with me. Namaste. I hope you have a really good day.